Hey, 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 this is a recap Aunty. Hey, y'all. Hey, this is Shar. Welcome to my channel. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello to all of my new subscribers, to all of the season and my regular recap rascals. Thank y'all so much for coming by. Ooh, last week was a doozy, so I'm hoping that this week will be even better. It looks like as long as Isaiah's coming, baby, I'm good. So how are y'all doing today? Hopefully y'all doing well. Thank y'all so much for joining me in my last live. That was a surprise live that I decided to do while I was waiting on my friend's program to start. And we did pretty good. We took some pictures. I gave her some hugs because one thing I am is a woman of my word. If I say I'm going to come, I'm going to be there. So it was good that I went back up there and they had already gotten started. So you guys were just the pump and the the laugh and the kiki and the wonderful blessings that I needed while I was sitting there waiting for my friend's launch of her boutique to start. So thank y'all so much for y'all support. All right, let's go ahead and get started on episode number 154 of What Shark Girl. Beyond the Gaze. What else y'all think I'm talking about? Shit, that's the number one show in my world, okay? So let me go ahead and sit down and bang on this damn gate so they can open up so we can sit down and adjust our chairs and turn our backs to the audience so they can sit back and entertain us, right? Right. All right. So let me go ahead and stop with all the church announcements because I think that's all I had to say. And again, I will be going live on October 31st, which is Halloween. So I don't plan on doing no more surprises, but shit, you never know when it comes with me. All right, y'all ready? I'm ready. I will start this recap in five, four, three, two, one. Well, look at here. I tell you, honey, we speak of the angels and they shall arrive, baby. We have been talking about Laura, haven't we, y'all? We've been talking about Mona too. But Laura, we've been like, where the hell is Laura? Well, anyway, we see this beautiful chocolate lady bringing in this beautiful bouquet of flowers into Nicole's office. So I thought it was Leslie's hair because Leslie's hair is like that from behind, but no, it was Laura. Where's your chocolate skin? And Mona is there. Mona was like, "What a beautiful arrangement." And Laura was like, "Yeah. It's been so long since this house girl, has been filled with fragrance of flowers." That's what Mona tells Laura. Laura was like, Girl, ain't they gorgeous, honey? Somebody got some incredible taste." Laura, it's so cute with her little cowgirl boots on. Go ahead, Laura. We haven't seen her in so long. Thank God for Laura. I wonder, is Isaiah gonna be kicking it with her? She's supposed to have a man, so whatever. Focus, Shar. She was like, "Did I ever tell you, Mona, that I once took a class in ornamental horticulture?" Okay, all right, Laura. Mona was like, "Excuse me, what?" She sound like me. Now, look, Mona, bitch, aka Karen, girl, you wearing that top, boo. I love how it's fading. You wearing that, honey. Yes, love it. She's like, "Girl, ornamental horticulture." Y'all know I have problems with my R's. Laura broke it down. She says, "Girl, it's the art of flower arranging." I've seen that before. I'm not Mrs. Green Thumbs at all when it comes to flowers, honey. One of my friends gave me some bouquets of flowers on one of my shows that I opened up, and I think that damn arrangement lasted for like a week, and that was good for me. And that's how you know for a fact that someone spent time, a lot of time on arranging these, and which translates, Laura says, to a lot of money to buy these. Mona was like, "Honey, I just hope it wasn't one of the scholarship contestants." She said that shit has happened before, and Nicole does not like that shit. Yeah, you don't want to be bought, honey. She says she thinks that the application should speak for itself, not you buying me no damn flower. It's these little things that can really reveal a lot about a person's character, Mona said. Whoever spent money on those flowers, baby, was really trying to make a good impression, Mona said. Who's trying to impress me? We got the one shoulder diva who comes in. Her shoulders must be her best asset, her and Danny. So, yeah, I'm thinking this from Carlton, or like Ted is the only one who sends flowers. So it's either Ted or Carlton. Mona was like, "Honey, that's exactly what we would like to know, girl." Nicole was like, "Oh, those are for me?" Mona was like, "Who else, girl?" Laura was like, "We were wondering if it was one of the scholarship contestants." Mona was like, "Honey, I was telling Laura how you felt about that girl." But then I also thought about maybe Carlton might be stepping up his game. Nicole said, honey, these aren't from Carlton. She takes the card out and gives it to Mona and just walks away. Honey. Wait a minute. Mona reads the note and it says, Nicole, thanks for last night. Love, Ted. So we are at Orphe Jean. So Ted goes back to a memory. So, okay, take us back there, Ted, because we want to know what the fuck's happened last night. Please. That's it? We just show her knuckles knocking on the door. And he's like, Nicole. And that's it. Child, what happened last night with your greasy head? Someone looks like they're in a really good mood this morning. I tell you that, that damn evil. He's sitting there just all in a nice fantasy memory of him and his love of his life, as he says. And Eva comes in there just disturbs his groove, honey, all the time. She knows how to disturb the peace. Poor Eva. Ted was like, "Shit, I am, baby. It's like the sun is shining a little bit brighter than it was yesterday." Oh, want to tell me why? Don't say shit, Ted. Now here's a bop. Here's a bop. Bop, bop, bop. I was hoping to get over there today, but a family thing came up. Wait a minute. This is Vernon got his little spoon stirring up a little cup. So he's talking to somebody. Who the fuck you talking to, Vernon? You still fine at 80, but what's the tea? Well, I'll try to get over there later, but I can't make no promises. Yeah, yes, I'm disappointed too. And we see Anita coming in listening to who the fuck he talking to on the phone. Cause we wants to know. I'll be in touch when I can, he says. He just rubbing his phone, baby. He turns around. Oh, good morning, my love. Don't my love me, Anita said. Now, who is it you're disappointed that you won't be able to see? We have the Richardsons sitting at the Dupree table at the country club, and Andre says, oh, Andre and Danny, if you're wondering. Andre was like, honey, how in the hell did you manage to birdie in the fourth hole? I'm not a golf fan. I don't know what the hell that means. Any golf people, female or male, let Auntie know what that means. Danny was like, honey, you didn't believe me when I told your ass that I golfed, did you? It's not that I didn't believe you, Andre says. It's just that you play so incredibly well, girl. Who taught you? He says. Daddy, she says. He was all about Nicole and me learning how to golf. The course is where all of life's willings and dealings happen. That's what I heard. If you don't know how to golf, then you are missing out on the most important conversations in your life, honey. Well, if you and your 9 iron are out there showing me any indication, honey, about what you just said, then you won't have no trouble closing deals from left and right for your modeling agency with Pammy. Right out there in the damn fairway in those killer golf threads. I have been also known to have a killer golf swing. He was like, yeah, honey, I bet you do. Just don't use that shit on me. Because we know we've seen her use her killer golf swings on week 1, episode maybe 3, just cleaning off Bill Hamilton's desk. That's all she was doing, right? She said, well, Andre, I won't have to use it on you if you just should simply behave thyself. He was like, damn, golf and a public display of affection? Damn. You sure know how to swell a brother's head. I think that our Vegas wedding, complete with an Anita Williams impersonator, spread across the damn internet, was about as public a display of affection as you can get, baby. I mean, what's a little kiss between newlyweds? He was like, well, damn, if that's the case, lean them sexy ass lips over here, then. Let me at him, he said. She said, oh, stop. Are you ready to order, boo? Bitch. We see Leslie appear at the country club at the, it looks like the bar, with headphones. And Andre sees her come in. Now she's cute. Her makeup is so beat. She looks well rested because lately her and Nicole been carrying in them luggages under their eyes. Why the fuck does she have on the headphones at the country club? I don't know. I'm gonna stay calm, okay? Doing unless she says something. I'm gonna do it, but I'm not gonna let that girl get to me like I did last week. I can't, honey. I just can't. Andre was like, okay, look, don't look now, right? And by all means, baby, promise me not to do or say anything that's gonna make people consider you to be crazy, all right? She was like, now I'm intrigued because she still has her head turned watching him. She doesn't know what's going on at the bar. She's like, who is it? Haley? She turns around. She's like, oh, look, It's Fairmont Crest's other home wrecking thought. When I tell y'all, I love how they played them songs and how the songs end at the same moment as the end of the scenes. I love it. I don't know how they're able to match them damn songs for the scene, but I just love it. I love it so much. Thank you, Ted. We're back at Orphe Jeans, and so Eva, remember she asked him what was he happy for. He was like, "Look, can't your old man just be in a good mood?" That's right. Don't tell her shit. He was like, "Oh, so wait a minute. Is it too soon for me to refer myself to as your old man? Is that what it is?" No, of course not. Actually, I like it. But that's who you are, right? I mean, I covered you and got you to bed when you were wasted that time. So I guess I paid the daughter deuce. He was like, "Yes, you have." And I barely remembered that, he says. She's like, "I'm not surprised. You were pretty out of it," which means to me, it makes me wonder if him and Leslie ever did anything because he was in the bed. So I don't know. He was like, "Well, yeah, I'm pretty glad that those dark days are behind me." And I like the little subtle that he's doing. He's touching his wedding ring. He's like massaging it. And I like that. I look at the little thing. Y'all know me being an actress. I noticed the little fucking shit. He's talking about, you can tell he's feeling good from last night, but he's gently twirling his wedding band and, massaging it. And like it's like a genie in a bottle. He's like gently rubbing it. I like that little subtle stuff. So he says, "So, what brings my baby girl to Orphe Jeans this early in the morning?" "Well, I was getting me and you coffee, and I figured that you would need a little pick me up. But, honey, judging from the look on your face when I walked in, I'm guessing you're good?" He was like, "Shit, I'm better than good, honey." Wait, wait, wait. Why did you think I needed a pick me up?" "Mama told me you got your divorce decree yesterday." He said, "I bet you her ass couldn't wait to share that damn news, huh?" Was she gleefully smiling when she told you? "How did you know, Ted? How did you know?" I plead the fifth, like she always does. She protects her mammy. I don't understand. "I'm sorry, Ted. I was really hoping that you and Nicole would be able to work things out." "Well, you know what they say," Ted says. Hope springs eternal." Don't tell her shit about last night, Ted. Tell us, right? Tell us. Don't tell her. Tell us. What exactly happened last night that prompted Ted to send you those expensive flowers the morning after? We're back at the Sherwood Forest, and that's the question from Mona. And baby, Laura talking about, "Yeah, I wouldn't mind learning the answer to that." Wait a minute, Laura. Wait a minute, girl. "What gives?" Laura says. She's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. That was so overeager. And certainly, honey, none of my business." That's all right, Laura. I didn't know Laura was like that, like that. I didn't know that. I like that. A lot of these young girls up here is bossy. I do dig it. I like it. "Oh, it's okay, Laura." Nicole says. "I would be curious too if I were in your shoes." Well, the both of you did have a front row seat to the turmoil Ted's affair with Leslie unleashed on my life. Actually, I'm still embarrassed that I didn't have enough self control to not be blubbering through this house all day and night. I told you she had it was a level of embarrassment. I, it's embarrassment also with the Fairmont Crest community, but she's embarrassed. That's what this whole thing is about. Her being embarrassed. I think I said that like a couple of weeks ago. Mona was like, "Girl, you had every right to express your sadness, Nicole." And honey, that's all in the past anyway. I'm loving all this chocolateness on this screen. I love it. But anyway, are you saying, honey, that whatever happened last night, you're now ready to put the whole Ted and Leslie disaster behind you? "I was going to play a round of golf at the club with a couple of the guys until you informed me that we're having guests over for brunch." We're back at the palace with a slow pan from left to right of Vernon talking to his wife about who he was or wasn't talking to on that phone. "So I had to cancel," he continues. "So that's where you've been disappearing to," Anita said. "The golf course," she says. "Oh, yeah. I know we've had so much to do lately, baby, and I hadn't had a lot of time to play. I thought I'd get back to my game, you know." "Uh-oh." He says, "At my age, you either use it or you damn lose it." "What did you talking about, Vern?" "Remember how I used to love to play 18 holes with the girls?" "Yes, I do. I had no idea why that you were determined that they loved that stultifying game. Oh, it's a wonderful game, my love. Golf is a metaphor for life. Sometimes you have to drive the ball a great distance, and sometimes all it takes just the gentlest of taps. Yeah, but teaching the girls to play, those were some great times, he said. Now I just simply want to stay in shape and be as healthy as I can for my internally sexy wife. It makes me wonder, is Vernon sick? Makes me wonder, is he ill? Well, Mr. Dupree, you have never been more fine than you are right now, honey. Go ahead and eat it. Ah, that's true love talking, he says. And right back at you, baby. What time are our guests arriving? He says. She said, I'm about to call them right now. Child. Vernon had that real sneak. He wiped his lips, because she had that red lipstick, and he turned around. He'd be like, damn, phew, I wonder did she believe that bullshit I just told her. That's exactly what he looks like. They said in one of the little blurbs that Vernon and Anita's marriage is going to go through some stuff because of secrets. So it makes me wonder, is he sick or something? So we see Leslie just bobbing at the country club with the earphones in with a mimosa, honey. And Danny looking at her like, that bitch. The nerve of that unhinged viper holding court in my family's country club after what the fuck she did to Nicole. Danny, baby, he says. Your family belongs to this club, baby. But they don't actually own it, Andre says. And you can tell Danny is piping hot, baby. She got her arms crossed. And when you mad, your leg be shaking, your whole body be shaking because you be so focused on that bitch. Ooh, get her, Danny. She pointed at the damn picture over the mantle, honey. That's her great great grandpappy, I think. Is that the picture that we were talking about? She said, I cannot get over that. She said the sad thing about this show is that the only black man that has the most influence and power on this damn show is in an 8.5 by 11 picture. I think that's an actual man. I know y'all know the answer. Put it in the comments for me if you know who that gentleman is over the mantle. I'm going to probably use him as my thumbnail. But who is that gentleman? Is he still alive? I remember seeing a historical connection to him. But Danny was like, "Fuck that! That's we own this shit." She pointed over at the damn pit. He said, "Okay, okay, well, maybe the wrong argument at the wrong time. But can we please be calm, baby? Please, please, baby, please relax." She says, "I'm over making public scenes. Now, if her ass come over there, you have my permission, Danny, to cut a fool just like she is doing. You have my permission, because that bitch will come over there. She will do that. Just mind your business. I'm glad to just mind your business, Les. Just stay over there. Don't come over there to her table, please. Don't bother Danny, please." He was like, "Well, that's great because I didn't know how long this new take on life was going to last since we've been married," Andre says. Because Andre, he know how Aunt Danny be doing. Danny's dangerous, baby. I am serious. I am not bringing any more shame to my family's name. Okay, bars, clock in. When I tell you, Leslie is all into that music. She probably listens to her husband because he's a temptation. She says, even if I would like to go over there and snatch the every strand off of that wig of that woman of 1,000 aliases. She ain't got no wig on, honey. Like every strand of that is her hair. It is her hair. Take the lashes out. You probably be better with that, but that is all her hair. It is. It's beautiful too. And I tell you, Daddy is talking real bad about her, and Leslie is just bopping. She's in her own world, honey, just smiling and bopping. Why the fuck is she still walking around when this girl has clearly committed a crime by putting down that damn fire alarm? I don't get that. Again, we're gonna keep letting this story play out, y'all. It's only year one. But I just don't understand why this bitch is still walking around when she committed a crime. She committed a crime. That fire alarm, when you do that shit and it's a false alarm, that's a fucking crime. So I don't understand why she's still walking around. So we're gonna breathe and keep watching. I will not. Danny says, "I will not, because I am Vernon and Anita Dupree's daughter. I'm not going to be cutting a fool with that bitch. I was raised right. I know about decorum, and you are my insanely beautiful wife," Andre says, who I'm so proud of for showing such restraint and decorum. I'm proud of you, Danny, but I still want you to whip her hand. she, she says, I'm pleased, you're pleased. When I tell you, Leslie is over there doing the snake. Now, this is funny to me, okay? She's doing stuff that's not predictable. So I like it when she do stuff that I don't think that she's going to do. She's over there doing the snake, honey, in her chair, got her that face fixed. She's into that song. So Danny was like, there's a story behind all that bebopping, especially for that a woman like that. Yeah. She probably just finished doing something horrendous to someone. Yeah, pulling that damn fire alarm. Someone needs to wipe that fucking grin off of her face for Nicole and every woman who has to deal with her shit. Losing everything to some low class hood rat who couldn't keep her legs closed to a married man. To hell with fucking decorum. That bitch threw that damn heavy ass handkerchief down on the table. Like, Danny, snatch her up, Danny, please. Andre, like, Danny, no, no. Danny snatched up her purse and she just got on the phone. Thank God mother called. Good morning, mother. Good morning, Danny. Are you okay? I hear something in your voice, child. You sound, I don't know, preoccupied. I'm fine. I'm just on my way to the bathroom, the restroom. Sweetheart, I know this is short notice, but your father and I would like to invite you and your new husband over to our place for brunch. And she looks at Leslie. Leslie's still over there bopping. Sounds wonderful, mother. How about tomorrow's? Leslie's in the zone, baby. She is in the zone. How about now? Anita says. Danny was like, Andre and I just sat down to order breakfast at the club. Perfect. Then that means I caught you just in time. So put down those menus and make your way over here. Get your asses over here, let's say, in about 15 minutes. Yes, mother. That's my girl. Andre was like, what the fuck was that about? My mother just summoned us. So Danny turned to leave, and so Leslie turned and just waved at her. Get me the fuck out of here before I make the evening news, she tells Andre. I tell you, Leslie is bouncing like if y'all saw what is it? That damn Chris Rock movie when Wanda Sykes was dancing like she on the street corner. What's the name of that damn Dolomite? Something like that. What's the name of that Chris Rock movie? Pootie Tang, honey. That crazy ass movie. I thought she played Biggie Smalls, but no, her name was Biggie Shorty. And that's exactly what Leslie is doing, is bouncing with them damn headphones like Wanda Sykes. I cannot watch that movie full because it gives me a headache. I don't know if it's the scenery or the buffoonery. I don't know what it is. But the only parts that I do like is when she's dancing on the street. Other than that, I have never seen that movie from beginning to ending. It just makes my head hurt. I literally get a headache. I really do. All right, we are back at Orphe Jeans, and we got Eva asking Tad, how did you go from heartbreak to happily ever after overnight? There he go, looking out in the audience, baby. Go back to a memory where he invites Nicole into the hotel. I mean, they're doing a lot of memory sequences, but I don't like this one because they keep cutting the shit off. Y'all need to just play it all out like you did with Haley and Randy last week, all right? So as soon as he shuts the door in his memory, go back to Nicole thinking too and smile. And she's like, look, okay, y'all, okay? We have just wasted enough time discussing my personal life. So she must have clearly told Mona and what's that girl name? Laura about what happened. Would she tell us? We have a lot of work to do today, she says. I want to catch up on how the plans are coming along. Y'all got another party coming along, girl? For the Jack and Jill fundraiser that we're chairing. Okay. I wanted to be in Jack and Jill when I was little, but my mama didn't know nothing about that. It's like I wanted to do gifted and I was in gifted and talented. I was. I definitely did that. But Jack and Jill, anybody out there is familiar with that, or were you a part of that when you were younger, or any type of organization like that that really um, pushed uh, scholarship and education for Black kids? I would love to know. I would love to know if you guys did that. I mean, if this doesn't discount anybody else, but I only know about Jack and Jill, and I know that it really impacted our African American community for the children. Okay, good. So I thought she told them. I was mad. Like, oh, Laura was like, "Bitch, are you really gonna leave us hanging out here to talk about some damn raffle tickets for Jack and Jill, the Jack and Jill, who are raising the next generation of our young Black leaders? Yes, that we are also supporting. Yes." Laura was like, "Girl, I know how important our fundraisers are. Okay, I guess I'm just kind of desperate. That when I tell you that girl's a beautiful chocolate girl, and I don't mind calling people pretty. That's how confident that I am in me that I can call other people pretty and beautiful and stuff like that. Because y'all compliment me, I'm not gonna be like hating on her. I mean, Leslie is fine. That girl is a beautiful black lady, you know. So I never hate on people when it comes to people's looks, unless you nasty, then you're ugly. If you're nasty, I ain't talking about nasty like kinky. I'm talking about nasty meaning mean and just all of that. I don't like nobody like that. But I tell you, that girl is a beautiful chocolate girl. She is gorgeous. Desperate for what? Nicole says. Look, I mean, Laura was like, girl, desperate for even a little bit of hope that you and Dr. Richardson would get back together. Laura, listen, when I think about how I want my future relationship to go, I think about you and Ted. You both, girl, were like aspirational. That is very sweet, Laura, but I don't think that you should be idolizing any relationship, at least of all Ted and me. Why don't you go and put on a fresh pot of that new tea that Nicole likes? That's what Mona told Laura so she could skedaddle and get the real tea. Yeah. We know what you're talking about, Mona. Laura said, of course, because she knows she's going to get the real tea from Mona later. We all know that. Now, you know, girl, you don't have to say a word about what happened between you and Ted last night. That's what Mona tells her after Laura leaves. But if you need an ear or a shoulder, Mona says, I know, Mona, and thank you, Nicole says, for your friendship and your discretion. But honestly, girl, I'm not sure how to put into words what happened last night. And Mona looking at us too. I'm like, Mona, what? I know, right? She looking like, what the fuck she mean by that? Anyway, we're at the palace. Good morning, Senator, Miss Anita. Andre, calm down, boo. You putting on too much, honey. Just calm down. Even Danny was like, nigga, you doing too much. This ain't the first time you met them. He says, and hey, thanks for this great, generous invitation. Andre, be quiet. I'm happy that you two could join us, Anita says. Said the ringmaster to the lion. That's what Daddy says. Oh, you don't think you have a choice in the matter? No, I don't. Good, because you didn't. What is so urgent? Danny says. Vernon says, look, Danny, your mother and I have thought it best the four of us have a frank discussion. Mother? Daddy? What is it exactly about our marriage that you have a burning desire to discuss? Well, it's simply the fact that your marriage is continuing. Why do y'all want this girl to be married, but you want Nicole to go out there and date her husband's best friend? I don't get I just don't. Danny was like, but ain't that the fuck what every parent wants for their child when they get married? I mean, dang. For the wedding bliss, for their marriage to continue? Now, Danny, that is not what your father is talking about, girl. Well, please tell me about the fact of me being a grown ass woman with two grown ass kids, in fact, that your asses seem don't understand. Oh, no. I get to make my own decisions, damn it. I've been doing it since I was 17. There's no need to get defensive, Danny, okay? Vernon says. I mean, they didn't even want her to be 17 when she married Bill. I mean, be married Bill. Now they don't want her to marry him. It's like, what the fuck? Who do y'all want her to be with? I don't get it. Daddy's right, girl. This doesn't have to be contentious. We just need some clarity for ourselves because we love you and care about your well being. And instead of us just sitting around guessing what's going on with the two of you, we just thought we'd just ask directly. So we divided up the tasks. Vernon says, Andre, why don't you and I leave Danny and her mother to catch up and we can step out into the foyer. Sure thing, sir, Andre. Good. Gives us a chance to reacquaint ourselves, Vernon said. It's been a minute. Daddy, damn, you act like you hardly know him. Andre has been around our family his whole life. Well, certainly, baby. But that was as nephew to Nicole and Ted, and as a friend of the family. He has also been here with me, Danny said. Yeah, but now you're married, and you're going to stay married. So, and the conversation has changed. Don't you think, Andre? Oh, yes, sir, it has. Let me keep kissing your ass. Yes, sir, it has. Andre doing the most. They see what's coming. That whole Ashley bullshit is just gonna ruin Danny. We don't know because they're honest with each other. So I don't know, but they are very protective over Danny. I understand because she's their daughter, but I feel like it's something more because nobody who she picks, they don't like them. They don't fuck with them at all. So he says, "Yes, sir. Things were a little bit different than the last time you and I spoke about my feelings toward Danny. Yes, sir." Then we hear this loud ass door close. Danny was like, "Well, damn, we're closing the door." Now then, Anita says, "Let's you and me have some girl talk. Your relationship with Nicole is none of my business. Don't tell her shit, Ted. We're back at Orphe Jeans." So she fixing her coffee. That okay, they got eggs, fruit, croissant, coffee, water. Okay, I like the breakfast. Don't tell her shit. Especially since my mom and I are the reason that your marriage is messed up. That's not true, he says. I'm the one that tanked my marriage, not you. Her mama did. It started long before you were even born, baby girl. Here's something I bet you thought you'd never hear me say. The fuck? He talking about it's not Dana's fault either. Wow, you're right. I am kind of blown away right now. He says it's true. I mean, he's the one who was unfaithful. Okay. I mean, okay. I'm the one who broke my vows. All of that shit is on me, he says. All right. I can't lie. I don't know if I'd be that generous about my mom or me if I were you. Well, it did take me longer than it should for me to get here. I spent a lot of time being angry and indignant. Yeah, you were. You were, Theodore. You were. He said, I guess what I'm trying to say that there's blame on both sides, on Dana and mine. Yes, please don't erase Dana from this because yeah, you stepped out, but her coming there and wanting the world to know about it and still being so delusional about what she wants. She has a lot to do with this bullshit too. He says, and I'm just doing my part to take responsibility for my damn actions, regardless of how the fuck your mammy behaved. She said, that's great. When I tell you that damn, one thing y'all need to do next year, Beyond the Greats, Beyond the Gates, turn that volume down on the jukebox, okay? I understand, but this particular song, it sounds like I'm so tired of being alone. So every time Eva is there, they're playing this same song. So I get that. I get the connection there. Okay, it's like there's meaning there. I get that. But y'all just need to turn that volume down just a little bit because sometimes I can't even hear them because the damn horns and shit. It's too loud. I love that song though. Y'all need to release a soundtrack because the soundtrack for this show was bomb. But just turn it down just a little bit, just a little bit. So she was like, "You really think that?" He was like, "Yeah, I do. Although I must admit, I can easily backslide and blame your mammy when she shows up uninvited or starts to come on to me." Thank you, Ted. Y'all must have been listening to us. Or ends up in your bed. Y'all hear how loud that damn music is? Damn music so loud. She was like, or ends up in your bed. He was like, yeah, that was a result of Dana's manipulation. Yeah, I guess. Y'all need to cut that music down, y'all. Damn. It's too loud today. Y'all must got some good microphones because there has been some sets and some scenes, especially over at the Red Door, where you can hear all the echoes. That microphones was really bad that day, but just turn it down just a little bit and show us the menu because I want to see if that fucking what is it, Chesapeake omelet is still on that damn menu. I thought you just said that's what this child said. What's her name? Lord, that I'm just so stuck on this damn music. Eva says, I thought you just said, he was like, look, okay, and me being drunk and feeling sorry for myself, okay? Because I really thought that I lost Nicole forever. I don't mean to come off like I'm judging you, she says. He was like, look, but Dana's your mammy and you're just being protective. But butting into your life with my questions, he was like, well, it's all right. It's cool. I don't mind you asking questions, Eva. I'm your pappy, he said. He says he really don't have a lot of people asking him about it anyway these days, so it's kind of nice. And as time goes on, he says, I am going to have opinions about your life too, girl. And I expect for you to accept and adhere any and all unsolicited advice. She never told him about Tomas, has she? Not likely, she says. He says, see, now you sounded like my other two kids. And what happened to make you believe that you and Nicole still have a chance? Please don't tell her shit. Because that girl gonna go right into her mother. He said, tells her about the renewal ceremony that Martin And Smitty had their renewal ceremony last night. She was like, "Oh," he's like, "Low." Oh, he said, "Don't be sad because you weren't invited." So anyway, thanks, Ted. He said Smitty issued out invitations, not your brother. Okay. Oh, I'm really happy that they got back together. She says Martin must be really happy. Oh yeah, he real happy, girl. He said, "Yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen my boy that content." I mean, well, we don't see you with him a lot at all, so I'm surprised you even know how he looks when he's content because we don't see you. Anyway, she says, so back to you and Nicole. We were standing there looking at the ceremony. She was really moved. He continues on. He says, just seeing her son recommit to the person that he loved after losing him, it just made her think about our situation. Okay, I'm not trying to spoil your headcanon, but just because Nicole was in her fields at a wedding doesn't mean she wants to remarry you. Oh, he said, then why the fuck did she show up at my hotel suite last night? Hmm? She was in the midst of chewing her fruit and she was like, woo! What? So I went to his hotel suite. And you got flowers this morning, girl. We're back at the Sherwood Forest with Mona and Nicole discussing what happened last night. They are dragging the fuck out of this last night story. Y'all better have some fingers in some places and spaces, honey, because if nothing happened, I'm gonna be mad. Y'all dragged this damn the last night story for almost the whole fucking show. Nicole was like, "Girl, what happened when you got there?" It kind of sounded muffled, like Nicole heard her, but she didn't. So, cause like Nicole was already there in her mind. She's like, "Nicole." So Nicole turned her head like, "Huh?" Oh, sorry. What did you ask me, girl? When Ted closed that fucking door, Mona says, what happened then? They almost kissed, and that's when that fucking fire alarm started. They needed to give a warning with these lights, because when a fire alarm comes on, the lights flashing. If you have seizures, you should not be watching this episode. They should have put that warning at the beginning. That's not funny because I have light sensitivity sometimes. I don't have seizures or epilepsy or anything like that, but they should have given a warning because that was a little bit strong to me. And I need to be having on my damn glasses. Mona was like, God damn, that fire alarm. Damn! No, I'm really grateful that it went off. Mona was like, "Girl, was it a real fire?" I don't know, girl. Probably not. Maybe just some kid. But it did stop me from doing something that I might have regretted. So that's why he has hope. Because if that fire alarm when it went off, they would have did the oochie coochie la la. She says, or maybe you wouldn't have done anything regretted. Look, maybe you would have just followed your heart, Mona says, and ran back into your husband's arms, honey. And those flowers, girl, would mean something just a little different this morning. Please tell the chef that this bacon was cooked to perfection. We're back at the country club in Leslie. Everybody likes to sit to that table next to the Dupree table. So she's telling that to Taylor, the waiter. He has a really recurring role on here, so that's what she's telling him to tell the chef that the bacon was good. I love me a good piece of bacon now. Of course, Miss Thomas, he says, oh, and tell him that I just might want to hire him to be my personal chef. He says, I will pass that along as well, honey. Will there be anything else? I don't even have to look at his name tag because Taylor is always up there. That baby earning money, Taylor. Taylor, you better earn that money, baby boy. No, I'll call you if I need you. And I might want to hire you too. I'm telling you, she's doing so much money. I don't think she's keeping track of it. I don't even think that she, like, at least with Vanessa, when Vanessa was having that spending spree with Joey, and yeah, all this money was coming in and shit. She has an accountant. Has Leslie ever met with an accountant? Unless an accountant is finna come meet with her right now. Because Nicole is at work and Eva is having lunch with her pap or brunch. So who's coming to meet with her? Somebody's coming there. Who knows? But she's doing a lot of spending, and I hope her ass goes broke. So her memory goes back to when she saw Nicole go inside of his hotel room and she pulled the fire alarm. They need to put her ass in jail. Ooh, you better sing, Tina. Sing that song, girl. Ooh, ooh, ooh. My bad, y'all. The song is my jam. Ooh, ooh. Them people at that country club, like, what the fuck? Can I just eat my filet mignon without you cutting a fool over there in that corner, girl? Shit. That lady looking like, and so You all right? This song's my jam. It's a shit. You and Nicole were close to each other and like being back into each other's arms, and you were interrupted by a fire alarm. We're at Orphe Jeans with Eva in her face, baby. Can't believe. He was like, I know, right? I mean, damn. How unlucky can one guy be? We were finally getting close for the first time in so many months. And then boom, moment was fucking ruined. He says, what are the odds? Then we see everybody's remembering shit in this damn episode today. We see Eva looking out and remembering her mammy and that old ugly ass short blonde wig. Your daddy got his divorce papers today. Ew. That is not a victory, Mama. That's a tragedy. We're not gonna go through all of that because we already know what she said. Because remember, she did tell Eva, "I'm ready to go over there and make your daddy feel better." That's why I'm going over there right now and helping Daddy with your grief. And now, when I was Sherry, Nicole was telling me, girl, that lives in a marriage is like a death. Mm. For some reason, I don't remember her talking about her being Sherry. She says when she was Sherry, Nicole told her that losing a marriage is like a death. I don't remember her saying that because I guess I was so over it with her, get ready to go over there and see how he's doing in the room. So I don't remember that part, but that's what she said. So that's why Eva's like, this bitch. She went over there and ruined that moment. Then she says, I wonder, is your father the type to get frisky after a funeral? Ew. I don't remember this conversation. This must be the extended version. Unless I was just cussing really bad that day. I was so mad at her. I don't remember all of that. Do y'all remember her talking about that Ted be frisky after a funeral? I just don't remember that. Yeah, Eva says. What are the odds? And her ass is going to sit right there and not tell her father shit. He's sitting there spilling his guts, telling her his truth. She ain't gonna say shit. He's like, yeah, that's the way it goes sometimes, he says. He says, but before we were interrupted, it was it was promising. Very promising. I just remembered I have one more errand to run. Why won't she just tell? That's her cup. I hate that she covers for this woman. I hate that. She wanna go to her and confront her, but yet you cover her. I see you back at the office. Oh, and thanks for the breakfast, Tad. And so she skedaddles out of Orphe Jeans, honey. Ugh. Are you telling me, girl, that you see the fire alarm as a sign? We're back at the Sherwood Forest, and that is what Mona is asking her. I have a friend like that. He's a sign whore. It's not my boo, but connections, connections, connections. And if there's a sign, he will not move forward. I mean, I understand that there are signs, but there are just some incidences that are just incidences. It is what it is. I'm a sign girl sometimes. If I ask for a sign, then I know I get it. But if I'm not asking for it, I don't think I get it, you know? So I don't know why Nicole thinks that. I think that's a dumb concept. As much as a mental health professional can believe in those things, she said. Mona, you cannot deny that it wasn't lucky and it was well timed. What if you are interpreting it the wrong way, Mona says. I don't understand. See, Nicole is so pretty, she don't understand. Mona was like, well, girl, what if it was a test? A test? Yeah, Mona was like, to see how badly you want your marriage back, girl. Well, that doesn't make any sense considering the marriage is already over. I know you haven't forgotten your vows already, Mona said. Let what God has joined together, let no man or woman named Dana Leslie Thomas put asunder. Are you 100% certain, girl, that you will never be able to forgive Ted's indiscretion? But it just wasn't one indiscretion, Mona. It was years and years of lying about it. And you were one of the first people that helped me put me off the ground when what Ted did became public knowledge. I know, because I hurt for you. And I felt like I brought that woman to your house. But the scripture also teaches us about forgiveness. Tad slept with that woman again, Mona. If that isn't enough reason not to trust his ass, I don't know what is. But Nicole. Turmeric and ginger tea. Laura's back with the tea. Piping hot, baby, with honey and lemon. Just the way you like it, Nicole. And so Mona sees that there's something still there. Hopefully Mona will work her magic and try to maybe reunite and recreate some moments for them. But she sees that something is there. Thank you, Laura. Smells delicious, just like the way I like it. Girl, now can we please get back to work? And Mona looking like, girl, no need to be nervous. Yeah, we're back at the palace with Vernon and Andre in the foyer. So Andre was like, I'm not nervous. I can't actually say that I am nervous with you at all, Senator. Go ahead, Andre. Oh, pretty sure of yourself, Vernon says. So Andre was like, well, you and I did sit at Orphe Jean's not too long ago when you asked me what my intentions were towards Danny. He was like, they haven't changed. And like I told your ass then, I intend to respect Danny. I intend to value her and treat her with the dignity that she deserves. But if you will pardon me, sir, he says, Danny ain't no child no more. If she's chosen to be with me, then he was like, son, if you're lucky enough to ever have a daughter of your own someday, you'll realize that a father never outgrows the need to protect his young. What exactly are you doing with your life right now, Danny? That's Anita. This is in the parlor area of them talking. Besides tossing pieces in the air and see what falls. Wow. I don't think that's what I'm doing, Mother. And even if I were, I mean, would that really be so bad? It's where some of the best creative ideas come from. You toss a bunch of stuff in the air and you see where it lands and where you like it to land. It's worked my whole fucking career. I need you to help me make sense of this marriage, Danny. I'm surprised you don't see it. Danny is like so wide eyed and she needs to see it. I'm surprised that she doesn't see it either. I'm making a go of it with Andre, and I'm finally closing the chapter on Bill Hamilton for good. Baby girl, please. You have been singing that tune for months. This time I'm really doing it. I even sealed the deal by presenting him with a special birthday gift. You did what? I took the first key from his office, had it gold plated, presented it to him, and it was kind of a full circle moment. Well, that does sound very sentimental for someone who once again claims to be moving on. Might have been sentimental for Bill, she said. But for me, that key represented the end of one marriage and the start of a new one. I'm moving on, Mom. For real this time. Do you love Andre? And there go Biggie, what's his name? Biggie Smokey Shorty, still bouncing at the country club with her earphones. And so we see somebody snatch off the earphones off her ear. Hey, wait, what's going on? Have you lost your dinkum mind? It's Eva. Yeah. I should be asking you that question. I know what you did, Mama. And what do you think you know? It was you. You pulled that fire alarm last night at Tad's hotel. Wait a minute, girl. Someone put the fire alarm at the hotel? She's such a liar. I swear. I just want to take that damn headset and just bop her with it. I don't really have time for this bullshit, Mama. That's what Eva says. Me neither, Eva. Me and you are rarely on the same side of the track, girl, because I really don't have time. Someone was, girl, take them headphones and bop her in right in the middle of that forehead, girl. Why don't you just admit it was you, Mama? Come on. My goodness. I mean, that's terrible. Who would have done something like that? I know you do not think that I would be that reckless. Do you? Oh, honey, in a heartbeat. Especially if you thought that it would keep Ted and Nicole from getting back together. It's exactly the kind of bullshit that you would do. So why don't you just admit it, Mama? You told me last night that you was going to go to Ted's hotel suite to comfort him after the divorce being finalized. You probably got there just in time to see Nicole. In fact, you probably saw him enter into his room and then you saw red. Once again, Nicole is in the place you wanted to be. So, what could you do? The easiest thing for you to do in that moment was to look around, see the fire alarm, and set that motherfucker shit off. All right, fine. You got me, Miss Smarty Pants. Yeah, yeah, I did it. Now do it again. And I'm not the least bit sorry. And she takes her cup of coffee and sips that shit. Have we finalized the list? This is Nicole, honey, going over the list for the Jack and Jill, thing. Laura was like, all but two. We'll go ahead and look over both of the essays again. That's what Laura said. Great. If we can get this done today, it would knock out a heap load of work off of our list. We hear a click, click. It's a text on Nicole's phone, and it says, "About last night. Do you think it means we still have a chance? At Orphy Jeans, if you want to talk, your boo Teddy Weddy." So while Nicole is looking at the text, Mona was like, "Girl, you good? Everything all right?" Fine, she says. "I just need to run an errand." Yeah. Girl, Nicole, stop pretending, girl. Stop it. You're gonna be using Carlton. Mona was looking at her like, "Girl, we was just into the thick of into the thick of it. Hey, into the thick of it. Hey, into the thick of it." We were just in the thick of us working on this damn fundraiser thing, and you just skedaddle. So Mona looking at her leave out, and so Laura was like, "Me, where is she going on in such a rush? With any luck," Mona says, "to get her hubby back." Go ahead, Mona. "Listen, son, and I want an honest answer. Baby, we are back at the palace, and Vernon is giving Andre the third degree. Do you love my daughter?" Andre was like, "Look, sir, this is the 21st century. I think the idea of love is a little more nuanced than you might understand." You feel yourself, Andre? It's a simple question, and it just needs a simple answer. What does all of that mean, bro? Vernon was like, "Nuanced? Yeah. There are some things, Andre, that are eternal. And I believe that love is one of them. Your answer sounds like an evasion to me." No, not at all. Blinking and shit. I was actually trying to be very precise, sir. You blinking. Whenever you go that fast blinking, Andre, we know that you're lying. All that fast blinking, he always you're lying. You're lying, you're lying. He says, "I love what Danny and I have built together. I mean, and I know that it doesn't have the amount of years that your marriage had. And I know in your mind it does not even compare to what you and Miss Anita share. But it works for me and Danny." When I tell you, Vernon looks so unimpressed. Vernon looks so fucking unimpressed. He's like, "You want to give me this load of bullshit to my face? Nick, you need to, nigga. Yeah, you're bullshitting with me, son. You're bullshitting with me." He goes on and says that what they have, it makes him very happy. Makes them both very happy. "I don't know if I want that type of arrangement for my daughter," he said. "But as you both are fond of pointing out, she's a grown woman and capable of making her own decisions." Yeah, Andre says. So Verna was like, "I guess I have to accept her choice." "Answer the question, Danielle." We're back in the parlor area, and Danny says, "I love Andre enough." "Explain what that means, child." "I love him as a friend and as a partner, someone to laugh with and share a home with, someone who lifts me up and makes me see what's possible in life. But not in the way a wife loves a husband. Like the way I love your father or the way you loved Bill." "I'm not sure that I want to repeat my marriage to Bill, Mother." "Why would I? I'm open to having something a little deeper with Andre if it happens in an organic way. But for now, I like where our relationship is. And so does he. And frankly, we're the two people who need to be pleased with it, aren't we?" I'm just trying to understand how this situation situationship. Yeah, that. I'm trying to understand how it led to marriage. Oh, no, no. I take that back. I do understand. There was a lot of boobs involved. But your decision to stay together in this casual way, I just can't wrap my head around it, says the woman who defied every expectation to follow her dreams back in the day. Oh, honey, let's not try to even turn the tables on this conversation. I mean, this fucking golf outfit, tennis skirt this bitch got on. I'm talking about Danielle. It is fucking fire. It's a bra, jacket, and skirt. Shorts/skirt. This shit. When I tell you this girl is a walking hanger, and that's no disrespect. Whatever this bitch puts on her body, it falls perfectly. Perfectly. God, and yes, Anita says, I did choose an unconventional path when I was young, but at my core, I've always been very traditional. I love how Anita is like towering over Danny. You can see the dynamic of the mother daughter. Like we know that Danny's tall, but whatever heels Miss Tooney is wearing today, she is towering over her daughter. So you clearly know who's the mama and who's the daughter in this fucking scene with her all white baby. Yes. However, you Danielle has have always danced to your own rhythm, and if this marriage is what you want, it's what I want. And I believe, Mother, it's what I need. Right here, right now. Then my only recourse is to support it. And you. Oh, she says, thank you, Mama. And they give each other a hug. I mean, Anita's like, Lord help. You can tell on her face, like, Jesus, come down, Lord, please. I really wish that I could get into the show Watson, because my frat brother, Morris Chestnut, the finest man. Jesus Christ. When I found out he was my frat brother, I melted even more. But he's so fine. I wish I can get into that show. I'm just not even really remembering that it's on. I really want to get into Reasonable Doubt. I really, really do. Does anybody out there watch Reasonable Doubt? I know it's just on season 2. And I do see a couple of people out there reviewing it. I'm thinking about adding it, but I have to do some binging, baby. I got to go back to season 1 and then walk my ass back up to current. But I don't know. But I heard it's a really dope show, but I got to get Hulu. Unless somebody can hook me up, baby. Shit. Anybody got some IDs and usernames and passwords? Shh. Did I say that out loud? Ooh. We hear the loud door open. Loud as. How did the chat go? Danny asks them. Um, Pretty good, I'd say. Andre with his lying ass. And Vernon was like, I agree. Your new husband and I cleared the air and had a very open and honest conversation. We even found some common ground, Vernon said. And we both agree that each of us love you, Danny. He says, once again. And so Vernon was like, wait a minute, Nick. The other time, you were not her husband. Yeah, let's get it clear. You're not correcting me. It's the first time you said this as a husband now. Don't come for me unless I send for you. True that, true that, true that. Andre says, well, would either of you care to elaborate? Danny said. They looked at each other as like, no. Both of the gentlemen were like, nah, we don't need to elaborate. We got it. We cool. I think your decision to remain married calls for a toast. So she's pouring, the Dupree's always got the toast, honey. One thing about that damn Haley, she says they love a great toast and they gonna do that shit. I agree, Danny says. Don't get excited, bitch. It's just sparkling cider. I think that they're more so concerned about her drinking. That I saw something in Anita's face when she says, "Oh, the night was filled with booze." I think they're really, really concerned about her drinking, and think this is what the bottom line is. They feel that she might be sick. Like if she made this decision and she didn't do it in a drinking haze or whatever, I think they will be more accepting of her relationship with Andre. But I feel like they feel that there's something wrong with her, and it's her drinking. But of course, you can't help people unless they want to be helped. And if she doesn't see she has a problem, they're gonna have to wait and see what happens. So because they don't want her to be with Bill and they don't want her to be with Andre. But let the girl live. She's always marched to the beat of her own drum, just like me. So just let Danny be Danny, honey, please. Vernon, to the happy couple, long may they remain so. Cheers, cheers, cheers. And Anita's looking like this mother. I cannot believe you, mama. Y'all already know where we at, honey. Country club. Why do you keep saying you cannot believe it, girl? There's no low that this lady will go that if she wants that man back. Just stop saying that you can't believe it. Girl, if I can get $1 for every time this bitch says I can't believe you, mama, girl, we'll be just as rich as damn Leslie. Do you ever think about anybody but yourself? You pulled a fire alarm. Somebody could have gotten seriously hurt. They could have been rushing out of their hotel rooms in a panic, thinking there was an actual fire. Girl, that Leslie don't give a fuck. But you calm down, girl, and lower your voice. Damn. The only thing that got hurt was Nicole's chances of seeking her claws back into my man. Your man? Yes, honey, her man. Shit. Why you got your face tore up even like this is the first time you heard this bitch say that Ted was her man? Do you even hear yourself, mama? I mean, how much further into this delusion can you go? Hey, you need to watch how you talk to me because I am still your mother and I am not delusional. I am determined. I'm so sick of her being on her mountaintop speeches. I let Ted slip away once before, and I'll be damned if I'm going to let that shit happen again today. Not today, Satan. It's so calm. Jasmine, when you say clown, couture clown, this whole scene, clown, buffoonery. I don't like it. I'm like, Satan is like, look, I ain't had nothing to do with that shit. Satan is like, I'm busy doing other shit. I'm not trying to get in between it, y'all. When is enough enough? Eva says. Leslie is like, when I say it is. And when your father is permanently back in my bed where he has belonged, not with that sedity Nikki Nicole Dupree. I tell you, Eva's just looking at him up. This girl is just not delusional. She's crazy. I think that she's like Allison crazy. It's like, she's crazy. She's crazy. And why are you so determined to get this man? She act like she hasn't been had him in her bed lately. That's why it just seems like she's just like chomping at the bit, like she just thirsty. I don't like that. I don't like when a black woman looks thirsty. I don't like when women look thirsty, not just black, but just women in general. I don't like it when we be thirsty. I hope I didn't overstep earlier with Nicole. We're back at the Sherwood Forest, and that's Laura talking to Mona. She's like, I mean, I just really do care about her and Ted, and I really want to see them both back together happy again. Mona was like, girl, Nicole knows that. And besides, believe it or not, despite how angry I was and am at Ted, I actually want the same thing, child. It's time to forgive, I say, girl. And did you see me, honey? I was all up in their business too. And the point is, Laura, Ted and Nicole are just not our employers, girl. They're like family. Laura was like, do you really think that she'll take him back? I don't know, Mona says, honey. It's all in God's hands now. They tend to bring back the more soft, real side of Nicole. When they're missing, when they're not around, you really don't get this side of Nicole. The logical, the family, the you know, that soft side. That's how we when we met her, we saw a lot of Mona, we saw a lot of Laura when we first saw it. When you don't see Mona and Laura, they're not her good angels on her shoulder. They just never they're not there. But when they're there, they're the only ones that ground her and bring her back to like stuff that makes sense. So that's why I like them on here because they're a really good balance for her. They really are. So again, Mona says, honey, it's in God's hands now. So we see Nicole show up at Orphe Jeans, baby, to see her man. Hello, Ted. Oh, Nicole. I'm happy to see that you came. I was hoping you would. Yeah, I got your text, and of course I did. And I think that it's important that we talk face to face. So, you got my flowers then? I did. Did you like them? I didn't know if you remembered that particular arrangement, so. They were lovely, and yes, I recognized them. You used to call them our makeup arrangement. Yeah. You had a way of speaking to me through flowers, and you always had the best taste. Our house was always so fragrant and beautiful. I haven't forgotten, and I probably never will, she said. Nicole, I know that our divorce went through, but last night reminded us of how good we are together. It showed us that there is a way forward for us. You let your guard down in the first time in months, and it felt real good, as if there was possibility. I know you felt it too. And it wasn't, if it wasn't for that fucking fire alarm, I would have went to bed with you. We would have, yes, you did feel it, didn't you? You felt that bulge, didn't you? Of course I did, silly. Oh, why am I finna cry? Ted, I love you. I always have and probably always will. Why is my eyes filling up right now? Jesus. Girl, when my man will be here soon. I gotta hug him. I'm such a love person. I love y'all. I really do. I really do want them to work. I be talking a lot of shit, but I really do want them to work out. I really do. I just hate that this happened to them. I don't know why my eyes are girl, get your tissue. But in our situation, honey, love just isn't enough. I'm sorry. I'm confused. I thought you were coming to say you were forgiving me. I mean, I am forgiving you, but I'm doing it for myself so I can move on past our marriage, past the pain of everything that happened. But that doesn't mean, honey, that I can forget about you and Leslie. The betrayal. I hope one day I can say that we're friends, but our marriage, that chapter of our life is closed. For good, I'm sorry to say. It's closed for good, Ted. So she stands up from the table because they had sat down and just, oh yeah. Nicole, she gave him a hug again, one last hug, and she leaves. And this is the moment I wish that June's ass was there, so she would see who the ex-wife was. And I believe that's the end. Yep, that is the end of episode number 154 of Beyond the Gates. Let me go ahead and get this edited and put together because I was pushing play on some and not on the other. So this thing might be all over the place, but I think that today was a pretty good, decent episode. It was. It was good. I heard that Cat when she jumped onto Mars that she might have fucked him up at some point, something he gonna be hurt or bruised up or something. She hurt his back or something like that. I don't know what the fuck happened. Hopefully she don't be trying to jump on Isaiah. I don't even know what I want with her, and if I don't even know if I want her with Isaiah. And I don't even know. I don't even think I do. I want him to be with Eva. But anyway, let me go ahead and get this together. Y'all let me know your thoughts in the comments below as per usual, and I will have them read and respond to them um on the next front porch, right? Like I always do. Okay? If you are new here, I do respond to your comments. So I just don't be liking and hearting your shit. I respond in the front porch. It's a cartoon version of me sitting on the front porch with a pink dress on. That is where I read your comments out loud and I respond to you. Yeah, because you are important, baby. Your words are very important over here, okay? So if you say anything, especially if it's pertaining to the show, and not just say good show, good show, good show. We all know who say that. Then yeah, I do read your comments and let you know that I'm here, I'm listening, and I'm reading. Okay. All right, let me go and get this together. I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.